And welcome everyone. Hello, hello. Let me start off by saying three things. Désolé to Sassa, disculpe to Mr. Villager, and signumi to Zaf, because I am not streaming at my normal time. I'm not going to be able to stream today at all normally on Sundays, but I felt like coming in because I left so much undone. I want to come back in. So I'm going to change my view right away. I'm going to do two things. Malaya and Max are not working, which means that they finished something that they were working on. And the question is, what were they working on? So I want to just right quick do sort of like a little look. Maybe she was working on this because look, the walls, yes. The walls are now all concrete, and the wood has returned to being, is that birch? Yes, the wood has returned to being birch. So yes, so this is a level 4. It should be. No, but it's not. It couldn't have been a level 2, so nothing's really changed here. So this wasn't what she was working on. Whatever she was working on would have to be a level 4. What was she working on? So I'm just walking through some places. Unless she was working on the forester, which I just made a complete circle. Mr. Villager! Bon dia. Yes, I'm good. I wanted to play, and so here I am. I'm trying to figure out what I had my last two of my builders doing, because I can't find what they were doing. This is still a level 3. So I've got all these level 3 buildings that still need to be brought up. And I'm trying to figure that out. ¿Cómo está você? How are you? And I was saying earlier, disculpe, because I know that this is not the normal time, and but I wanted to, oh good, I'm glad. To the bem. I'm glad that you are, that you're doing well, Mr. Villager. Yay! So I have no idea what she was working on. I have no idea. But I'm going to have to start her working on something that will actually help us. And I know that Benedict is working on the submarine. So he's working on that. I wonder if she was working on something down here. This is already a level 5. It would make sense that she's working on things in this area, because these need to be brought up. Let me see if she was working on Jaden's place. It is a level 3, so she was not. And I know that she wasn't working on anything back here, because this is a level 5. And this level 5, what is that? This level 5, I actually need to do some things about. And I'm going to, whoa, look at this. I think we're growing cactus. Goodness sakes. Wow. The bamboo. Look at this. This is gorgeous. And sugar. So he's not doing anything with the bamboo. He shouldn't be doing anything with the cactus, because I haven't done the, you now have to do research in order to do cactus. He should only be doing the cane. And so we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's nighttime, of course. It's 1:30 in the morning their time. And so I'm just trying to figure out, just for a minute, what I'd like Malaya to do. Having the blacksmith be brought up would be good because there's a couple areas in the blacksmith place, for instance, this right here, where we might want to put something. And that's one of the things that I want to look at. Let's have Malaya work on the blacksmith. So builder, I might change her later if I see something else that's more important. But for now, we'll do this. Zaf! Zaf Kyasu. Yeah, I am, and Signumi, that I'm doing it at this time. I know that this is super early, and I apologize to you. But yeah, I just, I needed to come in. I just wanted to do some stuff about what I was doing. So, yeah, Yasu, Posise. And so, okay, so Malaya is going to do that. Max is not doing anything. So we're going to go up. I'm going to go this way this morning. And Zaf, I am good. I am good. I just have it in my head for some reason that I wanted to come back in. Because I wasn't finished. I mean, you're never finished, but I really wasn't finished with what I was doing, and I was on longer yesterday. I was on 4 hours yesterday, and got myself into a crazy mess. So yes, construction complications. So I'm going to come back in and see what I can do about all of that. Now, Max isn't doing anything. He's not working. He has nothing he's working on. I believe he wasn't working on this because this is a level 3 and we stopped at the level 3. And this is actually a part of the design, that construction tape around that tree area where it says warning, hazardous waste leak, watch out. That is actually a part of the story of the story that Matlam and Sassa have for this build. And this is the alchemist, and something's gone wrong in the alchemist building. Now the enchanter is done. This is a full level 5 here. And no, it's not. It is not. I keep thinking that it is. Well, you know something? Since I keep thinking it is, why don't we have Max finish this building? Let's upgrade the building. So Max is going to complete this building. And we'll do that. Oh, yeah. Oh, good. I'm so glad, Saf. I'm really glad of that. And let's see. Let me look here. And so we gave Max that to do right now. And I can't find what he was working on. There's so much. So many level 3s that can still be worked on. Here's one. This is only a level 3 of this. It's morning. And there goes Rohan. Rohan's up bright and early. He's going to check in. He's getting some breakfast. And here comes Angel. Angel's right on it. And Marcel is trying to decide if he's going to do the climbing wall this morning. So those are our athletic specialists. Marcel is actually an archer in training, and Angel and Rohan are the physical therapists, the athletic trainers. They're the ones with the knowledge of that. And then we do have some people in school. There's Piper. Piper's one of our new researchers, and Yusef, of course. Yusef is a professor. There's Liana. Liana's still in school. She's one of the kids, and she is helping with research now. And Callan, who is a researcher. And I don't see Case, so I think, and that looks like, Mallory. Hi, Mallory. Mallory's one of our other students. And Piper is going to, I think Piper's checking on something. She's waiting probably for Kiyoshi. There's Roland, and that might be Case. Nope, that's Raylan, one of our students. So we've got a bunch of students right now, and here they all come. And there's Adeline. So we're waiting for these kids to grow up, to get done with their university and decide what they were doing. And there's Nova. Nova's the youngest, and he is on his way. And so Malaya is working on the composter because there's a conflict. The composter actually has a conflict with this building, which is why we put glass right in this section right here, because there's a possibility she's going to open up the wall. And then on the other side, in the hallway, there's a possibility she's going to open up this wall too. So I didn't want water to come through, and so that's what we're doing.
So what will it be for you?
What are you waiting for? Oh, okay. And so I need to check with Jaden and see what his problem is.
Good day,
And
Tia.
I might need to just go ahead and order them. It says sticks, but there are plenty of sticks in the warehouse. So we'll see. And then, of course, Atticus,
Work.
he took everything off of this field, but now he is also... Oh, wait just a minute. So let's go, I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to request some farm tools because now I'm seeing all of them waiting for farm tools. So let's do that. Look at Chase. Chase has the day off. Chase is a submarine tech, and he seems to be enjoying the gardens right now. And so we're going to go in here and we're going to order a bunch of farm tools. Let's order 4 iron ones, and let's order 4 diamond ones. Let's see if we have enough diamonds for that. That'll be interesting. So that is what we're going to order. And we did get the bows. And do I have any room? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't need... I could have the sponge. Something's missing from here. But let me take this for a minute. Let's come here. Let's do this. And let's make these 3 things go away. We'll get back to that in just a minute. But right now, we have a bunch of things here that I'm going to take out and put into the stash so that they can go to the warehouse. So we're just going to put them in here and like these. And did it say? So it's not working again. I wonder what's causing it to not work. You might can only have one at a time, probably, because it's definitely not working. And if I put everything in here and I don't get a response, I don't think that they're going to come and pick the stuff up. And you notice there's trees and iron in here from yesterday. So yesterday when we did this, it might be that the last one that you use is the one that works. But this is me telling stories right now. Chase is observing the plants. Looks like he has some strange... Yeah, the plants are actually... That is an interesting observation. And Chase might have seen some of those plants when he was in the submarine, when he was traveling. And so maybe that's what he's looking at. Let's put these in here. There we go. So it is. It's the last one. So you apparently can only have one of these. And the last one that you use seems to be the one that it works for. So we'll just move these back and forth from time to time. I don't care about doing that. I just want the things picked up. And I want them to be picked up because that's what they do. All right, so what was I going to look at? Ah, that's what I didn't do. I was supposed to be ordering, and I did order. So we have 3 different kinds of hose that are going to come in, farm tools. And then I'm going to do something. I'm going to the warehouse. We had Jaden make a bunch of, I thought we did anyway, make a bunch of pots and pans, but he might not have made them. He might have just, let's see, pot. Yeah, he didn't. He didn't make them, so I would have to request them in order for them to be made. I'm going to make Jaden do a lot of work right now. And because I'm going to order, how many do we have? So we have Jerome's restaurant, we have Derek's restaurant in the town hall, we have Parnell's restaurant in the university, Jerome is in the tourist corridor, and then we have Houston's restaurant in the farm country, and then we have Parnell's restaurant. So that's five restaurants. So we're going to order 5 of these pots. We're going to order 5 of those pots and 5 of these pots. So I'm going to request those, and there they are. And we do have what we need to make those pots, because it's saying they're going to be made. There is copper, and it's not showing him making these pots, so there might not be a recipe. Let me do that again. Oh, now it is showing it. Okay, so let's cancel one of them. No, that canceled it. Okay, request, and there it is. So iron, he's requesting iron and requesting diorite to make those pots. The diorite's going to be delivered. The iron is going to be delivered. All of that is there. Let's do skillet, LL. So let's do 5 skillets. Now this might be too much, and maybe I should hold off from doing any more until we get some of those. So that is for the skillet, and then I'll order, but the bakeware doesn't come from him. So I could order the bakeware and the juicer, UICER. The juicer comes from the stone mason, and so does the bakeware. Baker, bake. It's not coming up, so it's called something else. Oh wait, I'm not putting it in the right place. What is wrong with me? BAKE. There's actually something wrong there. 5, request that, because those come from the stonemason, so the stonemason will make those. Then from the carpenter, we need cutlery, so we need a cutting board, and we need both kinds of cutting boards. So we'll request that one, and we'll request that one. So that's a lot of stuff. So if you notice, it says inventory. I'll look at that in a minute. If you notice, it says that all the materials are available for everything that we're asking for. So it's not like they can't get these things. So this will be very good. You have Dandira Duran, a song. You can't get it off your mind. That happens sometimes. It definitely does. I had I don't have any song in my head right now, which is really interesting. But I have some songs. Oh, kids are coming home. They're gonna check in and then they're going to go up to bed. Those are kids. And that means that people are going home. And that means that we're going to continue to look. So we have Max and Malaya working on something. We know that Benedict is working on the submarine for the concrete mixer. And we know that we need him to be working on that. And Zaf, did I tell you that Vincentius Primus and I watched Idiocracy, that we hadn't seen Idiocracy in a long time, and that we watched that, and it was very fun. It was really interesting. When I saw it this time, it was like, had I ever actually seen it? I had to have. But it was really interesting watching it over, Idiocracy. And Vincentius Primus, Vincentius. Okay. Idiocracy, who's the director of Idiocracy? Mike Judge, and what are his other movies?
He first gained fame with Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, that's right. He was the one who created Beavis and Butthead. And then what?
King of the Hill.
And then King of the Hill, the cartoon.
And his big movie before Idiocracy was Office Space.
Oh, and that's so weird because Idiocracy is so strange, but he did Office Space before that, and it was like, okay, I like his stuff. I actually like his stuff. So it was really interesting and very funny to just kind of find out about those things, find out about that. So we know that Aelani's apartment actually got ruined by the building out of the, I thought it was the building out of no, it's definitely the building out of the concrete mixer that did it, because that's what he's working on now. And when it's done, I figured out that I do not have to, so see, this is going up one, I do not have to have it ruin anything with the concrete mixer. All I have to do is raise the building up 3. However, there was one thing that I wanted to see, and that is which is bigger, the new tiny home that we made yesterday from Matlam and McSassa's larger residential home in underwater base style. So I want to see which is bigger. Is the cavern style, or they might be the same size, but I think maybe that the tiny home that we just made is actually bigger, is actually smaller, and that might work in that space. So that's one of the things that I wanted to see. So I'm going to switch packs. I want to look at cavern style for a minute and look at the we were using the level 1 of a cavern house, and that's fundamental. And you know, we could probably go into that creative land again and make an alternative for Lady Shatana's house that would make the level 1 be at least a level 2, because that's what we need. But it could be a level 5, and we would only put in two. Let me look here. It's this one. It's this residence in the default residence. So this is what we've been using as our little default house. And see the size? It's definitely a square, and it looks like that. Now, I can't lay them on top of each other, so I just have to look at it and see if I can figure out if the new one, which is in my pack right here, if the new house is, yeah, it's longer. And that's what it is. It's actually a longer, well, that's really weird, isn't it? It might be narrower, and that's actually what we need, is for it to be narrower. So I'm going to do something because I actually need to know. And I can't tell, I mean, I could do the numbers, I guess so. But let me do something here. Let's go to flatland for a minute. I'm going to go outside. I think I have some flatland somewhere here that is big enough. Let's look at the map for a second. We could go to this field. Oh, we could go to this island. Let's go to this island, which is to the west. Let's go west to that island for a minute. I know sometimes it's like I'm doing things the hard way. I don't care. This is the way I want to do them. I just want the visual. I want to see what it looks like. So what I'm going to do, this might be big enough to do it. We're going to come down here and see if it is. Look at this island. We can't use it because it's smack dab. Look where it is, in the middle of Tana, so we can't actually do anything with it. But I'm going to come here and I'm going to touch down there. Now I can touch. I'm going to look at this house. This is a residence and it only has one level, and this is how big it is. So let's put it on here in a way where I can measure it. Oh, good. There's plenty of room for measuring. So the way I'm going to measure it is like this. So let's get a stone. Let's get white so that we know. And I'm going to put one stone here, one stone right here. There it is. One stone here. Let's see if I can put it right underneath there. And one stone here, and one stone, I think I put that stone already, right here. Let me dig this out for a minute so I can see that. Okay, so there it is. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's a crab. Oh my goodness. Whoa, it's a crab. This is Crab Island. Wow! Oh, how fun! I had no... Look, it's turtle. Oh, and there's the home. The turtle is probably going to have eggs. I don't know that crabs eat turtle eggs. That would be an interesting thing to find out. All right, so now let's switch packs. Let's go to cavern style, and let's see how it lays over that. Did I pass it? Did I pass the cavern? Not yet. There it is. So let's come here. Let's go to residence and let's go to default. Yes. And let's go to residence. All right. So here is the other residence, and I'm going to sit it down right in the middle of this and see what we're talking about. So if I bring it all the way up, oh, look at that. Yes, it's bigger in one way, but the tiny home is actually smaller. Excellent. Excellent. So the tiny home is actually smaller, and we're going to use it. I'm going to take these away because I brought these in. So we're going to use it to replace her house. We're going to use that little tiny home to replace her house. And look, so there's a turtle couple here, and there's a crab couple right here. That is so cool. What is going on here? Isn't that interesting? Look at what the water's doing. It's like a wave or something. That is odd. That's really odd. So yeah, so there's turtles. So this is probably, of course, we supplied the turtle eggs that were used as decorations. And down below, yeah, there's some ruins. So that's what's going on. There's actually some ruins, some Tana ruins in this area. Whoa. Wow. Look at this. This is at the foot of the monuments. But look at this big building at the foot of the monuments. Wow. What an amazing placement right there. Look at these buildings around here. That is very interesting. That really is. Let's swim back. I'm going to change because there's so much going on here that I just actually want to swim back to where we're going. And I can see, oh, yeah, that's where the shipwreck was. One of the first shipwrecks is there. Let's see if I can stay swimming and not stand up. And so there we are. We're in the water. I think we need to go. I think we're heading out to sea. And I think we need to turn around these rocks right here. And I need to go back towards Seabridge. And I think that's what will happen if I go this way. Look at this. This is so gorgeous. It's so, I've been spending so much time with land people, speaking of land people, here we are, that it's just so interesting to see those homes and the city like that. And so yeah, so this is actually the area that's in conflict right here. And so we're waiting for that to be done. And we were thinking about putting in a house somewhere, but we changed our mind. That's right. I remember now. We changed our minds and we didn't need to because we actually, yeah, I'm going down into this house right here. Let me change my view for a minute. That was fun, wasn't it? Yeah, that was. Let's rise up. We're right in this area, right here. You can see this is actually a part of the stonemason right here. And around here is where you can hear the running water. This is where we had the conflict in this area, right in here. This is the concrete mixer right here, and it's going through to where Benedict is working on this submarine. This submarine, ooh, the colors are changing. And ooh, look at the bottom. There's some carving out being done right there for something. Oh, that is going to be very curious. So there's the propeller on this submarine. The submarine is facing inside this parking space. And this is the front of the submarine. This is going to be really interesting when it's done. And as Sassa was explaining, this is actually, these towers are actually where concrete is put together. And then it is poured into a tank in this submarine and delivered to the smelters so that it can be heated and made. Actually, it's however the next process concrete is. But that is really, really cool. And yeah, that was fun. What was that log on the sub? I think it's, I don't know yet. it might be the remains of framework, because see, there's one there. So it might be the remains of some framing thing that is happening on the inside. I don't think there's a door here yet. And this might just be a cargo vessel. I don't see a door here. And there's no door for the people themselves to get into the submarine. So I have a feeling that this submarine is actually fills up with concrete. And then this submarine goes to where concrete is needed and unloads concrete for them. But you can see there's wood pieces in different sections of it. So when it's done, we'll see what this ends up being. There's something there, but he's still building it. I can't wait too. I can't wait. It'll be interesting to see what that looks like when it's done. But that is what Benedict is doing. He's building a sub. With the help of Jimena. Jimena actually is the mechanic, and submarines are her specialty, which is why she's here. So he is taking her design and he is building a new submarine. So we have to wait until he's done. That will be the level 5. Looks like it will be the way that we go inside. That's a real possibility. That's a real possibility of that, and that will be cool. But it's almost ready, and we'll see. Here's another tower. This tower is on top of the mine, and they have to do with energy and storage. We have several towers like that. We have some of these rocks that are trimmed back by construction because they can't be brought back down because of their location. We actually needed them to be trimmed. We have 2 rocks like that in this area. And then this rock, I believe that this building is probably a level 5 now. We brought some of it down, but we have to wait for this building to be done. And this is the sawmill right here, the carpenter. And then this is the industrial Fletcher right in this part right here. And then we have our houses. We have one of our houses here. This is the builder right here. And I'm going to look. And remember, we were thinking that we could put something here, but so far there isn't anything that is going to work yet. We'll see what happens. We'll see what we can do a little later on. But I'm going to go up here and go into, it's daytime, so this is a good time. So remember, there were 2 people who didn't have a house. They were living in the, they were actually living, oops, sorry. That was probably Alessandro, or was that Brett? That might have been Brett. They were living in the tavern, or I should say they were staying in the tavern until their place for them was ready. And I believe that the place for them is going to be where Leighton and Peyton were living. And let me see who's living here. This is Ronald and Cassidy. Ronald is the builder. Ronald, not hardly. Ronald is the manager of the docks, and Cassidy is the glass specialist. Let's come in here and let's look at this. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. No. Oh, it's late. And there is Jaden and Tinsley. Allison, what are you doing? Is Jaden sick? It's almost like she followed him. Jaden and Tinsley, he forgot his medicine. Ah, okay. Well, living there. So let's come up here and let's see who's here. And here is Flora and Allison. Speaking of Allison, here she is right here. She lives here. I see. So she was dropping that off on her way home. And here is Jacob and, that's interesting. So they didn't live in Da. No, wait, this isn't Da. This is Sithrir, I think. Is this Sithrir? I think it is. No. This is definitely Da. And Da can actually have its name up there. Let's look for a minute. Frame. No. Sign. Let's put Da's name up in that space right there. So let's take this space here and put the name, and let's come down here and it's capital D H, and the A is accented. No. Accented A. Let's see if I can get an accented A. I might not can. Nope, I can't get an accented A, but that is the name, Da, and there we go. Okay, I can't see. I don't care. Everything starts with a tree. Everything starts with a tree. It does seem that way. So they're not there. Leighton and Peyton must have been living here. And if they were living in Aeon, which is, did I get off? Yeah, I got off at the right place, just went the wrong way. They're living in Aeon. Do I actually need, let me see here. I might want to put one more of these. What's this? That's just concrete. Let's put that there to show that we have something going in this direction. Let's make this color on this side, and I'm fine with the decoration staying for right now. Okay, so let's go into Aeon. This is the Covenstead Aeon, and there's one of our singles, which means our doubles are on this side. This is Malaya, and let's come down here and let's see who's here. This is Mack and Jimena. Jimena, the mechanic, and Mack is the carpenter, the master carpenter. Let's come here, and this is not full home, and this Janiyah is here. Wait a second. So what have I missed? Where were they living? Where were Peyton and Leighton living? Because we just looked at all of these homes and people live here. So where were they? Were they actually on the residential level? I thought that it would be better. So we have a farmer, and we have, I thought it was a farmer, but it's not a farmer. And it is not Ariyah. It is Ariyah. And Ariyah is not a farmer. And I don't see, all right, so yeah, there isn't, all of these homes are taken. So I've got to figure out something for a minute. Hold on for a second. I'm going to look, because you started with 5 pieces of tree. You started with 5 trees. Let me look again. These are Seabridge people. And I know I was supposed to be looking for Ariyah. I looked for Aliyah, but it's not Aliyah. It's Ariyah. And Ariyah, I didn't believe that she was there. Yes, she came in really early. So she's a Fletcher in the tourist section, and he is the beekeeper. So that's what it was. So we actually do need them to live here, because if she lives here, then she's going up here. She's going up these stairs, and she is going here. So she's got a nice long walk. And then she is going down to the end of this hallway. That is far. That's far for her. Kane, on the other hand, from that location is going down. That's an interesting thing. I'm going to have to make a house specifically for them, because Kane's place is on the residential. This is where Kane is. Kane is all the way down here. This is the first time I've had two people who live really far, who work really far away from each other. So Kane works here. Ariyah and Kane met because Ariyah was actually commuting from here. And that's why we wanted to put them in the middle up here. If we put them up here, they would actually be sort of like halfway between each place. Let's see what it would look like if they lived here. Let's look here. So if they lived here, Kane would be 53 and Ariyah is still 107 away from hers. Let's look at the other house for a minute and see what that spread is going to be. Let's go to this house. I might move some people. And that's what I'm going to look at right now. Let's go to Aeon right here, and let's see what the spread is. If someone lives here, let's look at the spread. So Kane would be 76. This is better for them. They're both equally far away, and this is where they should live. So if they should live here, who lives here? This is Malaya and Russell. And this is Russell's guard tower, so that's why Malaya is there. This is who? This is Mack and Jimena. So Mack and Jimena live and work right in this area here. So Mack is here and Jimena is down the hall. Now where Jimena is, let's look at that for a minute, because that would be a good commute for Mack if we could put in a house right upstairs from where Jimena is. But let's see if that's even possible. And if it is possible, then we would have to wait for Benedict to build out this. It is possible. So what I think we could do is in this hallway right here, we could put another hallway that goes back and have Mack and Jimena's house be right here. That is going to be curious, and that is what I would like to do. However, can I do it before this is built completely up, since I've had that problem now with these buildings? Both of these buildings, the hallway would have to go back beyond this building and beyond this building. And it can go back right here. So look at what I'm looking at and where I am. There doesn't seem to be anything there, but there also doesn't seem to be anything there. There doesn't seem to be any mountain behind that. So let's go outside and see what we can see for a second, because it looks like that might be open out there. Let's go to here and let's go out. So what we're looking at is, this is Jimena's place right here. And what we're looking at is a hallway that would run. So this is Jimena right here, and this is Elijah right here. So the hallway would have to run past these two buildings into this right here. It can't, that is actually possible. There is nothing there on the surface. We would have to make sure, and it is. It would be down far enough that it doesn't disturb this stone area here, and it doesn't do anything in those areas. We would have to build a hall all the way back in this area here. Okay, so where are we? This is Jimena's place. Wait, is it? Yeah, it is. There's the submarine sitting right there. Her experimental submarine. She's making a mini sub, and that looks really cool. The color of coral makes it look like the mechanic makes metal decorations. It does. It actually does. So this hallway is right smack dab here. He's working on what he's working on, what Benedict is working on, building this sub. See, you can see the construction right there. And then he's going to work on, we'll have him, or we'll have Janiyah work on the other building. Who's in the area? No, it would be Malaya. Malaya could work on Elijah's. And as a matter of fact, we have Malaya starting to work, I think, on Jaden. I think. Let's have Malaya work on Elijah's because of what we're talking about right now. If she works on it, we'll be able to see construction tape also. And let's see what's actually going on here. So let's cancel what she's working on. I believe, yes, she's working on the blacksmith. So she was working on Jaden. We're going to cancel it. We're going to have her work on Elijah's shop. And so Benedict and Malaya will be working on the two shops in this location right here. So we have two shops right here, and let's come up. There we go. So here's one of them. There's Jimena right now, and the other one is right here. And see these markings here? These markings, they need to be downstairs. Let's come here and let's add some of these markings here, because no one would know that Elijah is up here. So I need one of these here as well, and I need one of these here to show that Elijah is upstairs. This is blue concrete. Let's do Elijah's right here. So we'll put his markings there, and then we come up here, and we would actually need, let's do it like this. We actually need a marking across to show that on the other side is that, and then they can go through. What do I think Mr. Villager is saying in to put some of the university bushes in the right of the corridor for the metallurgy and plantation. For metallurgy and plantation. For the plantation, where are you talking about? Are you talking about in this area here? In this area? Because this is still being built. This is still being built. This is only a level 3 of this. We could put something in this hallway if we wanted to, right here. But we can't put anything. This is still a level 3. This is a level 3. And everything up here is a level 3. This is a level 3 up these stairs, even though this is a level 5 and this is a level 5. This is the glass. This is the ore smeltery, but the stone smeltery is still a level 3. So I'm kind of waiting for some of those buildings to be done before I start doing too much of those kinds of things. I agree that would look really pretty. But right now, we're actually going to put in, I love this hallway. I forgot how pretty it turned out. But we're actually going to put in a hall right here. And it's not going to be, let's go to underwater base infrastructure, corridors, concrete, because there's nothing in between these two except rock. So we're not going to have a view here. So let's come here. Infrastructure, corridors, concrete, segment. Oh no, you don't mean inside of the buildings. You mean only in the corridors, in the staircase. You think it would be a bad idea because this would show the dirt underneath. Yeah, it might do that. We'll check and see. We'll check on it a little bit later
I'm going to
and
do my
see.
best to work for you.
I'm sorry, Elijah. Are you going to bed? Or was that Elijah or was that? No, that's Benedict. Benedict is building. Okay, so here is what this is going to look like when it's done. A lot of this is right here is what it's going to look like. And let's look here. This is what this is going to look like when it's done. And we're putting in a hallway right smack dab in between them. See the line there? That's that building. Ooh, and see that line there? This is what we wanted to see. That's that building. So this has to be smack dab in the middle of these two, which would put it right here. Now, where I'm putting it isn't smack dab, isn't going to look smack dab in the middle. Let's raise this up. There's the bottom, there's the entrance, and there is this part. So this is, you can see that that is actually part of this building right here. We're getting kind of close, but I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be okay. Do I have the right piece? Underwater. Let me bring it forward for a minute. There it is. That's what I wanted to see. And yes, it's in the right place. This is the first part of this hallway. And here we go. Constructed. And there it is. So now I'm going to look. So we lost our little beautiful little sea place there, but it will come back because we're going to have to put some things in this hallway because there's no view here. So let's take this down. So this is our new hallway right here, and it goes to here. So we're nowhere near far enough out. You can see the building right here, and on this side you can see how far back this building is going. And let's see what I'm going to read. This maybe would look enough with one block. Difference between the bushes, but organic doesn't sound like a bad idea. I mean, organic wall. That is an interesting idea. I agree. That really is. And I am going to think about that. And when I say that, it's just because I want to do this housing right now. So my mind is sort of on that. But I will come back to that. And you know I come back to things, to some of the things that you have said, because you have some really nice ideas sometimes, and a lot of times, many times. So, and I like them. So I will come back to that at some point. But right now, I want to try and get these people housed. And I really need for this hallway to come back again through here. And then when we go out, we'll see how far back this hallway is in relationship to where we're putting this house. And we're putting Jimena, we're going to put Jimena and Mack's house right here. And then Jimena is right here and Mack is right down the hall. It's perfect. So this is the reason why I want to do that. And let us come here and let's do constructed. And let's make that go away. And here is the next segment of this hallway. So I'm trying to get beyond these two buildings. So here's this part right here. So I'm going to stand right here and see what number this is. It says it is, the 5 isn't changing, so it's 1595. So let's go to 1595 in this building. This is 1593, and that means this is 94, and that's 95. That is perfection. Excellent. And in her building, she's only going to here, so we don't have to worry about hers. We are back far enough now, so we can take these down for right now. We're going to put in the hallway lights that we love. And in these areas right here, we can do the thing that we did over here and put in some really pretty something right there. I just got the cover. Let me take this right quick. There it is. And now I've got both of these. So put that cover back and let's come right here. And let's put it in the lights right in this part. We might as well go ahead and do it right now. So we're going to put the lights in right here. That's so it doesn't drip, although it's not going to drip because these are underwater. Yeah, I mean underground. So it's not going to matter as far as that's concerned. Shoot, I made a hole. So let's put this right here. There we go. And then these on top. And that takes care of that. Let's put this away and let's come here and let's put these two away. So now we can put in the house. So you can see the hall on the map going out beyond these two buildings into this area right here. So let's touch down. This is going to become my favorite house because all sorts of things can be done with it. And that's what I like. So let's look here. If it would probably work better to go in a corridor that the windows are blocked by something. The organic wall, yeah, definitely. I agree. So we're going to switch now to my pack, and we're going to go to our special residence here, and there it is. And we're going to push it back into the wall. There's the entrance right here. So now I have to check. I can't have, the entrance has to be here, but I need to be able to see where. So there's one wall of the entrance and there's the other one. So this is probably right in the middle. I'm seeing this one lighting up. That building ends there. And the building over on this side is not lighting up. And so let me see. But we looked at it and it's definitely going that way. I don't think that the submarine bay is under this. I think this is off much deeper than where the concrete submarine is being built. And yeah, there it is. So see that right there? That's the doorway part. And it's a 3 doorway. So there it is. Yes, it's a 3 doorway. And so now it's perfectly situated there. And now we needed to bring it all the way back to here. It's really weird placing these in the dark. And that's how we get in trouble sometimes. But are we ready? Are we ready? Constructed. All right. So there it is. We just put in a new house right here. And ooh, look at this. They actually have a view into like an underwater cave area. So we might go in there and do something about that. What do they see? Whoa, they see something here, but I don't see what it is. And over here, not really. It's almost like they're just looking into a corridor, into a cave area. So we can do something about those. Let's come here for a minute, see where we are. This is orange. So let's move this. Let's take the orange here. Let's take lantern. Let's do lantern. L-A-N-T. Shouting. Let's do lantern and let's get concrete, CR, and let's do orange concrete for this intersection right here. And let's put orange right here. So this part is orange. This is orange now. And we can see that that is blue in this area. Let's take this one. They're going to make it go away, but it's okay. We're just going to put it here for now. We can come back and put it in again later when we need to. And we have this and this. And this should actually have a piece of gray in it because this heads to the outside. This heads to stairs. So if we put gray concrete, I mean, it's right there, isn't it? I'm looking for it, and there's a piece right there. So let's take this color and put it right here. We almost need this right here to be, this is probably within the build, so it's probably going to disappear. But for now, why don't we do this? And if it disappears, we'll do something about it later. But let's do this. Let's get a gray piece. I need a trap door, a gray trap door. There it is, gray trapdoors, and let's put the trapdoor right here. And so that's lit up. And on this side, let's take this, same thing, probably, that we're going to need. It might get erased, but let's do this one for a second and put a trapdoor here. Those lights are done. This part here is leaking because this is the build, and he's still, Malaya is going to start working on this. So I'm not going to do anything there. And we've got these leading to the hallway here. And we have the hall. And so what we're going to do with the hallway is what we did with the other one, where the door is going to start from right here. And I know that I made one of these yesterday, and we're going to make a different one here. So, which is what I like to do. So let's put back these pieces. We need those. Let's take these and put them away. Let's look at terracotta for a minute. You're always questioning how Sassa and Mack made for none of the buildings or corridors to go wrong during the building process. For example, a corridor has to be large enough, or some entrances don't connect. Those kinds of details are so important. and it's what makes the difference with people and with things. And you're absolutely right. Those are some really important details. So we have already done blue places. Yellow, this wall color for yellow isn't a good color. We have terracotta. Let's see for walls. There are some woods that actually have a mild, this is the stripped palo verde, which sometimes is really lovely wall. And let's see what it looks like if we were to use it here, because it is a light wood and it might actually be really pretty. The problem is sometimes with these woods is that they want to make lines in the wall. So we'll see if we use this, whoops, there we go. If we use this for this part and take this across, oops, we found water, people. Let's quickly do this. I probably should sponge it. Let me get a sponge, because we don't need the water in this area. So let's sponge this for a minute. Let's put a sponge back where this is. Let's put a sponge there for right now. And let's put it in the wall piece. And let's see if we like. Whoops. Dink. And dink. Ah, there's another one. Let's take this one right here. I'm floating away. All right, there. Whoops. Now I'm slip sliding. Let's put that there. And then we can put this wall piece in. Okay. That is pretty. And then let's see. Now Simon redid some of these blocks specifically. They don't have as much of a line as they used to, and that is actually really cool. So it would look like this. That's actually quite curious, isn't it? Why don't we move this light over one? Let's take this light away from here. So let me take this light. Let's put a piece of white here. Can I get a piece of white? And let's put this here like this, and here let's put the light in here, and then let's take this and put it on the top, and there we go. Okay, so we move this over. We can do the same with this, that we're going to put white right here and right here. Although in actuality, this shouldn't be white. This should actually be orange because this is a house. So right here, we can put the orange piece and the orange piece in the floor. And then if we wanted, we could actually go ahead and take this out and put in the lantern. And that's what I want to do. It's something to really be respected, because it's just really amazing, the complexities. I mean, even with the Minecolonies team, it's one of the things when you're watching Minecolonies team, who, by the way, is going to be on. They start at 12 noon on Twitch today. They're going to be streaming. And one of the interesting things about watching them when they're creating a design is when two of the developers are discussing something and Ray says, no, it can't be done like that because it's going to interfere with this, or this. And it's really fascinating, the fact that he remembers and he knows just exactly where the conflicts are going to be, and just exactly where there needs to be, oops, I've got them all over the place except in the right place, and just exactly where what can work in certain areas. And it's actually really, really neat. Now for this, we can see this going this way, but we actually need one right here. So is this concrete? This is concrete. We actually need a piece right here. So from this door, you can see that this goes this way. This is here. And this gray piece, this is actually, I'm going to change this. Let me take this piece of concrete here. Let's put this right here. And let's take this away and put blue here. So I'm making maps on the floor. The maps are actually for everybody. They're for the delivery people so that they're not slowed down by where they're supposed to be going. So see, when they come out, they can see that there's something here, there's something here, but this is the way out. So you're not going to turn this way thinking that you're going to find your way out of here. And so that is one of the things that we're trying to create there. And then this hallway is actually an orange hallway. We could do the whole thing in orange right up to the door here, or we can just leave it the way it is and just have it be gray. But this piece right here needs to be a lantern right here, and we're going to put an orange piece right in there. So let's bring the orange piece down and put it right there, and there we go. Okay, so there is this, and this is their door. So now with this door, with this doorway, let's get this wood. Let's put this away. Let's put this away. Let's take this down. Let's put this here for right now. We'll hold on to the sponge for a minute. Let's make everything go away for a second except the wood. And do we want stone? Do we want black? Or do we just want it to be wood? Let's get an architect's cutter, CH. I don't know what other colors we're going to put in just yet, but I'm going to put an architect's cutter right here. Let's do this wood, and let's see what the door, a solid one of these doors looks like. Let's do the mantu also. Let's do the mantu and see if we like that. And I think that's all. Yes. All right. So coming from here, it's going to be solid with this side. So we could have the door look like that. That is curious. Or we can have the door look like this. Oh, I like that better, don't you? I actually like that better, even though it shows a little peek through into their house. I like the way it fits into the wall better. So I think, yeah, I think we'll use that door. And that'll be good. So we have an idea of what wood that we're going to use. Let's look at Palo Verde for a minute. This is stripped. Let's look at the actual wood for a second. Stripped Palo, A-L-O. And there it is. So the palo is the green. Oh, wow. So it's actually this color wood. And this is what it looks like. For instance, if we were to put it in the floor, it would look like that. That is pretty bright for a carpet in this area, and bright for walls. Oh, but look at this. Ooh, oh, I think I like that. Oh, that is interesting. So it almost looks like donum ornamentum, the way it is lined with the green. That is most interesting, and I definitely like it. So this is what we're looking at here. Let's fix this for a second, because I don't want it. Oh, that is very curious. That is very curious, and I definitely like it. So we'll put this here for a minute, and in here. And right along this part here, we'll see what the wall is going to be a little bit later, but we're just putting this in where there is floor. And there we are. That is a nice color. That is nice. We maybe could, there's nothing here. Nope. Let's see if that does it. That does it if we did it like that. That would be odd. That would be very strange. So for now, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no to that. But what I'm going to do is just go ahead and put these in. Put these back in. Why don't we just put them here for a second? I'm just going to close them like that, just for right now. Because I want to see if I want to do something about bringing that down. And so this is enough of a house right now that they can move in. So we can have Jimena, and look, see, comes right up because she has so little way to go. And then we can have Mack move in here. Let's find Mack. And they are a couple, and I will make sure that in fact that they are in just a minute. There we go. And he is only 34 from here. So this is an excellent commute for both of them. And let's look here and see if I can find them easily on the list. I might not be able to. Wait, I have to be able to find Jimena because she came in super early. So she's one of the earlier ones. She's the first newcomer. And Jimena and Mack chose each other, and then they were chosen to raise Elijah. So it's perfect. Oh my gosh. I love when things work like this. I love when things work like this. This is so fascinating. So Elijah is their son, and this is his workshop right here, and this is his house right here. And he doesn't have a new doorway yet because we don't know what color we're going to be yet, but it looks like it's going to be gray. But I did not, that happened serendipitously. I did not realize that I was planning that like that. And so Jimena, Elijah's mother, it works right here. So Elijah and Jimena are right here. When I assigned Elijah to this, I did not remember that Jimena was his mother. It almost sounds like they planned it. Isn't that wild? It almost sounds like the people that they actually planned it. That is so wild. I can't get over that. My goodness. So yeah, things like that happen sometimes, and they are very interesting. This is a piece in here? Huh. If that's a piece in here and it's leaking, that means that this part right here leaks. Let's put this here. That means that this is the part that Malaya is going to be working on. And I'm just going to put this for the hallway part. We're going to let this part leak here until she is done working on this. So Malaya is going to work on this. Benedict is going to work on this when the time comes, when he gets done with the concrete mixer. And let's look for a second and see what's going on. Max is working on the enchanter. Malaya was working on the blacksmith, and then we decided to have her work on, I thought we changed her, but maybe we didn't. Maybe we got to looking at things and didn't actually change her and what she's working on. But Jimena and Mack now live here. Elijah's still single, But this house was an experiment. We put it in here and it works perfectly. So he has a beautiful house of his own so far by himself. We'll see what happens as time goes on, if he has a partner and who that will be. And then, so now we can move Ariyah and Kane into Mack and Jimena's old apartment in Aeon, which I believe is down this hall this way. I just love when that happens. It's just so fun. It is so fun when things turn out really coolly like that. So this is Malaya right here. And right here, this is who? This is Mack and Jimena. So this is the apartment that they no longer, they're moving out of here. And we're going to move Ariyah and Kane here. And you can see, so Ariyah only has 76 now and Kane has 81, which is really good for them right here. And this is perfect. Derek is one of the chefs, and it looks like he needs to move, but we'll see where he is. Derek is, yes. Hold on for a second. Derek already lives here, doesn't he? Because it looks like he should. He might be living at home. Let me see if he's a kid. I think he is a kid. Let's look here. Yes, he is. He's the first kid in the 5th group, and he's Callan and Parnell's kid, and I think he is still living at home. But he would be way more comfortable if he lived here. Do we have any space? We do not. Gemma is here, Zion and Janiyah are here. And so we'll leave that for right now. Now, Janiyah is going to be interesting because she is now working up here, out of this building here. She liked it. Remember at one point she really liked working here. She really liked being partially on the outside and yet being able to see the water and all of that. She liked all of that. There actually isn't any place that we could go with someplace for her except right here, out that door, right next to this, bringing something out right in this area. I'm not gonna like it. She would almost have to go up or sideways or something like that. There's not enough room here. She could go into this area. There's plenty of room for an apartment here, but how would we get her here? We would have to have her go up and then go back down? I don't think so. There is enough room here. Look, that's more than enough room for a house. And I'm intrigued now about how I would make that work. So right here, there is nothing on this floor. This is in between floors. For the upstairs right here, which Janiyah is going to work on a lot, and this floor right here, which corresponds to this floor also. There we go. And so it looks like we could put a hallway right here. If we covered it up, we could put a hall right through here and have an entrance to a place right here. And wouldn't that be interesting use of space? Wouldn't that be curious? Now, if we did it And here's an interesting problem. We're going to have water in that other one. We would actually have to sponge the water out, but I'm okay with doing that. I might do something with the other one. I might go into creative for a second and make a change in the other place. Let's go into creative for a minute, because it's going to be easier for me to set these if it doesn't have water. So let's go save and quit to title for a minute. Now we're getting bold. Now we're going to make even more of a change to that building, because we keep running into the water problem. And so let's go here, and this flat world is the creative world that I have for doing these kinds of experiments. So let's come here, and it's going to load. I'm going to try and figure out how I can do it without Sassa being here. Vincentius Primus actually knows how to do this too, and he actually, these places that you see over here, Vincentius Primus actually helped me with this, but I was still having problems. I still didn't understand. I thought I had to use these pieces, but you don't actually. And that was the thing that kind of lasted for a long time. But then we finally got the one thing that I wanted, was this guard tower without any of this ground underneath it. See how it wants to dig out the ground there? That's the part that I was trying to get rid of. And so we finally did with this building right here. And so that worked. So unfortunately, there are people here because this is a town hall. I was trying to see something about the town hall, and it automatically spawned in people. So that was a mistake on my part. And all the lonely people, they are in the twilight zone, these people. So this is the original right here, and this is the one that we did. Let's sponge it. Let's sponge off all this water. S-P-O-N. Let's see how this is going to be. This is going to be very interesting. So we'll find the sources. Let's start here. That shows me a source right here. So let's get that source. Let's come over here. There's a source, it looks like right here. Oh, it comes from all the way. So we're going to bring this all the way out. There's probably an easier way to do this. I don't know. So I know that this will work ultimately. And so we'll just go ahead and bring the sponges up from here. And then we'll just get rid of them. But I want to get rid of the water in these. And I bet that he would say you could use a scan tool. That Sassa would say you could use a scan tool and remove all the water. I just realized how. I just realized how it can be done. So, let's do this. Let's come here to this. Let's get a scan tool. And let's put the scan tool right here. Let's see if I can actually do this. This might actually work. Let's come in here, right here like this, and let us shift and go right here. Nope, that didn't do. Oh, I think I messed up. I was supposed to be shifting and doing that, but it didn't work. Uh-oh, and now I've changed that. So it's not, no, it's not the scan tool. Okay, so let me throw that away. Let's come over here and let's cut to, it's a tag tool, T-A-G. This might not work, but let me see if I can do it. Let's shift right here, All right, now I can apply things. So let's come out here and point it at the sky, and let's see water. Let's see if I can do this. No, let's see air. This might not work. Close. And I don't think it's going to work. I thought it would, but I don't think it's going to work the same way. Can I add air blocks? There's an added air block there. An added air block there. But it's not making the water go away. It's actually not making the water go away. Okay, so let's make this go away. Let's go back to, because now I've done stuff and I'm concerned that I've ruined it in some kind of way. Let's go back. I know there's some way to do it with the scan tool, but Sassa would have to be here to show me, or Vincentius Primus would have to be here. And neither of them are available. So I'm not going to do anything more with that one because I did something to it. So let's come here, let's go here, let's go to residence, let's raise it up so I can see the bottom and make sure I have the whole thing, and I do. And then let us put it here, constructed. So this looks like it's constructed from the original one, so it didn't use that other scan tool where I made a mistake and changed the positions, and so that's one of the good things. Okay, and then let's go ahead and do this again. Let's take a sponge from here, and yeah, I'm just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. I'm just going to cover the top of this building with sponge, and I think it'll get rid of most of the pieces if I cover the top with sponge. So I'm looking at these pieces going away here and here, and let's come down now. Let's get this one. And this is the way I should have done the other one. Start at the top and go down. And then I can see what ones aren't going down. Like, see this right here? This. So let's put that there. And that shows us we still have one here. One there. One there. So they had to add water to all these places in order for this water to be here in the build. But we're taking the water away from the build, and that is what I'm trying to do right now. So this one, I'm going to have to bring this out from here. So this is the one that actually does have to come out to this location right here. And then, ta-da! That wasn't so bad. That didn't take that long, and I prefer that than messing up the design in some kind of way. So here we are. So I'm going to rescan this building with this change. So I'm taking these, all of these away so that they won't be in the build. And did I get them all? And there we go. So, oops, 2 more, 3 more. There's one, there's one, there's one. And see that cow right there? That's how the llama got into the arcology. I believe that it was standing inside the build. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to push you or hit you or something. I'm going to have to hit them to make them run away. Run away. Run away. There we go. To get them out of the way. I'm sorry. Push. I didn't hit them. I pushed them. That's what I'm going to say. I pushed them. All right. So let's take a scan tool. And let's scan it again. SCAN, a scan tool, and let's scan it. And let's do right here. So I remember doing the bottom one first right. And so we'll scan that one and then the top one second left. So we'll scan this one top left like that, and then point to the sky, and I'm going to rename this No Water Tiny Home 5. No Water Tiny Home 5. Okay, and then let us do that, and it says No Water Tiny Home 5. Okay, now let's go over here, right here, and let us use the build tool, and let's go to scans. Let's go to, I'm in mine, and let's go to residences, and there are two different residences now. There's no water, and then there's underwater. Aha, so that'll be perfect. So this is the no water tiny home. Let's raise it up so that I can see it, and see there's no water, and then let's construct it. Construct it, and then let's ask, and yes. Dun, 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 dun. Look at that. Ooh, look what we did. There was a traveler there. Luckily, no one got injured when I did that, but there it is. It worked. It's so wonderful. It actually worked. This is perfect. So now we're going to save and quit the title, go back to Seabridge, and put in a home for Janiyah right above the tavern, and that is going to be very fun. So let us go in. We're going to go to Tana. Here's Tana right here. And wow, yes. I am really happy with that. I'm really happy with that. So I'm looking at the time, and Minecolonies team starts at noon. So we're just going to go until noon, and then we'll come back next time to do all the things that we want to do. So yay, team! So what we were talking about was putting in, this is the second floor right here, and this is perfect for a bridge right here to go over and to be covered by these. Now I'm going to have to make these go away because they're going to fall like that, and I don't want them falling on top of somebody. So I'm making them go away right now so they don't fall during the build. These ones are okay, but those would be a disaster. Yeah, see all those little spikes? So let's get rid of these things for right now. Not you. You come back here. And then we'll get the tool. Let's get the tool. We don't need the sponge right now anymore unless we're putting up photos, putting up paintings, I should say. And then let's come up here. And actually, let's go out. I'm going to touch right here on the outside. I can see that right there, and that's where I want to be. But I want to see the build first. So we're going to come here, and yeah, I'm doing this. This is the correct, no, this is down one, so it would have to be something right here. Right here. Makes sense. Sassa, you just missed it. Salut, salut, salut. If I sound really happy, it's because I just did something on my own. And it was wonderful. Based off of what you said and everything, there probably could have been an easier way to do it, but the way that I did it turned out to be really perfect. So what happened was I went into, let's see, let's start, I'm going to bring Sassa up to date for a minute. So remember that we had two people who didn't have a home, and they were Ariyah and Kane. And the problem with Ariyah and Kane is that they work diametrically opposed from each other. So Ariyah works in one area far, far away from where Kane works. So we needed them to actually, hello guys, hello everybody, scientists and guardians. We needed Ariyah and Kane to move into Da, which is right over here. We needed them to move into Da because this would mean that they were equidistant from their jobs. Both of them would have a decent commute, but they would like the commute better. But in order to do that, we needed to move Mack and Jimena out. And the reason we chose Mack and Jimena is because Mack works here, but Jimena works all the way down here. And so I was wondering, Jimena's the mechanic, I was wondering if there was some way, if there was somewhere down here that I'm bombing. There we go. Lagging, I should say. Somewhere down here that we could put something for Jimena. Who's that? That was one of the couriers, I believe. Or it was Benedict, because Benedict is working on this. So I came back here, and one of the things that we couldn't do was because this is where Elijah's the sifting plant is, and Elijah's was the first of these houses. This was the experimental one, remember, where we did this the first time, and I haven't gotten back to it. He needs a door and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, so we can't do anything off in this area, and we can't do anything in her shop because it's not going to look right. But this hallway here, this was just a single hallway with this decoration on both sides of the hall. So we turned around and decided that we would put a house here. So we put two hallway segments here because we had to get beyond this plant, and that's the sifting plant, and we had to get beyond the mechanic shop. So these two hallways came back far enough to do that, and this is our new house right here. But when we were putting this house in, you can hear the water. We ran into the same thing that we ran into before, where there's water on the outside of this house. Of course there is, because this was meant to be an underwater locations. All of your buildings, yours and Matlam's buildings, were meant to be underwater. So I went, but what if we took the water away? So I went into creative and I actually took the water away. It was so fun. I had so much fun doing it. So the reason I did that was because Janiyah, now this was Janiyah's first builder's shop. Janiyah's moved around a couple times, but this is where Janiyah loved to be. And so Janiyah's back here. Janiyah's a single. She has never had a permanent partner. She's probably had other partners, but not a permanent one. And we were trying to figure out what we could do about a house for Janiyah. And when we went upstairs in here, as you can see, The stairs are on one side. There's nothing there. We could actually put in window on this side. And down here, there is the tavern, and it really isn't anything on this part. But when we went up to here, we could see that between the surface extension of the university, which is what this is right here, and between the tavern, which is right down here, is this space, this nice big space here. And nothing's going on right here. And so, but I couldn't put in our new mini house because it had all the water, and it would just pour water down on this entire location. So I took the water away. So you are just in time to see me add a hall here. And I think what I'm going to do with this is I think I'm going to add an actual underwater hall. Although that doesn't make sense. I could add an arcology hall, one of the arcology hallways, and then just close it in or do whatever's needed for that. And then right over here, we're going to put in, right under here, we're going to put in the new house. So that's where you came in. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm doing this, Sassa, while I wait for this to be done. So we were looking earlier at Benedict working on the submarine. See, Benedict's in the concrete mixer right now. That's him walking around, putting new stone and... Whoa! Was that him? Let me see if that was him. That was him! He finished. That I think is just level 4. Let me come and look. The concrete mixer. Let's go down. Let's go into here for a minute, and then I can tell for sure what level that was, because we'll be able to tell by the submarine what level it is. So let's come here, and here we are. And there is the submarine. I think it's still level 4. That he's been working on level 4 all this time. And yes, so this is what Mr. Villager and Zaf, this is what Sassa was talking about, that this was a pipe that was going to lead into this. This is a tanker. This is a tanker ship. So it doesn't have, I think that looks like the driver. There's where the driver is going to be, right in that spot right there. It looks like there's going to be, but it's more than likely, you tell me, Sassa, is this, the sub's color is odd? This is Chroma Hills concrete. Let me see, cyan concrete. This is Chroma Hills cyan concrete here, and that's what the submarine is made out of. No, is this concrete? Yeah, it is. No, it's made out of clay. Is it supposed to be made out of clay, or is it supposed to be made out of concrete? Because this is actually being made out of clay. Was it supposed to be made out of concrete, Sassa? Because this is clay right here. Let's find out. Let me go inside. Oh yes, you used terracotta which is gray in vanilla. Cyan terracotta is gray in vanilla. Ah, oh yes, I remember it has that weird color. Okay, all right. Well, you know what then, Sassa? We've got plenty of grays, so when this is done, we'll change the color. We'll make it gray. But it's definitely a tanker. I can see that, and it is gorgeous. And yeah, it won't be any problem for us to make it gray. It's like, I'll show you in Chroma Hills terracotta. This is white terracotta in Chroma Hills, and it is like a cream color. And this is black terracotta in Chroma Hills, and it is brown. It's absolutely dark brown. But the concrete colors have a tendency to be more on point. So this is the gray in concrete. So we could probably just trade it out for the dark gray concrete when the time comes. The fluffy, which I shouldn't depend too much on fluffy, because this, I'm not sure that Silent Gear is up. I know that some of Silent is up, but I don't remember whether Silent Gear is. And this is where fluffy comes from, but this gray is actually good as well. And I keep forgetting about this lighter gray wall that comes from Silent Gear, and this light blue wall. It's okay with this color, but the acacia and basalt blocks are a bit weird. Maybe you can replace them with cyan terracotta. And I like your idea. I would prefer this to actually be gray, especially because it's a tanker. And I like the blue. And yes, if we do that, then we don't have to worry about those wood pieces there when the time comes. I believe that this is now level 5 of this, isn't it, Sassa? Let's go look. Let's go inside. Yeah, let's go in here for a moment. We can come up here. We're going to go to concrete mixer. So we're going to run around here and see. And yeah, I thought it was like you were, you know, having fun. Having fun with the colors by doing it in that color. So we're going to the concrete mixer, which is off of this area here. And we can go up these stairs, and this is now the concrete mixer. I believe this is the level 5. It sure is. Dun, 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 dun. Yay! Now this right here is a window that goes out over top of the over top, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, right there. So we could actually, and I would like to do that right now. Let's take this glass, and let's open up this window right here. Let's put a window here, because this window actually looks out over the submarine corridor right here. So this is actually perfect for them being able, the concrete mixer being able to see the tanker leave and things like that. And so that's where that is. And we can do something about that in just a minute. Go out and put water on the other side. But that is really nice. If I didn't want it to have those block pieces there, let's put in the white stain over top of it, and that'll get rid of those. We can't put it there, but we can definitely put it there like that. And I think I really like that. Okay, so yes, so they can look out the window here. Of course, we need some lights in this corridor, and this corridor is needs cladding on it, or whatever you would call this in actual. There we go. So we'll put that there, and we need a light right here. And is there, oh good, that seems to be, oops, that's going to come out in the hall. Where is this coming out? Oh, it's coming out in the wall. Excellent. Okay, so let's put a lantern here and T, and we'll just do the gray for right now. We'll just do gray trapdoor. So let's put the lantern right here so that we can see. I'm standing in the hole. There we go. And here we go here. I'm still in the hole. there, and there we are. Okay, so if I decide to do something later in some kind of way, that part is there like that. What time of day is it? It's midnight. But this is it. This is it in all its absolute beautifulness. And I'm going to take this away. We're going to take away the colony flags because we don't have any. So we're going to take that away. I know it's disappointing, but what's a flag? That's what MERS say. What? Oh, I stepped into the water. I wasn't looking. And this is leaking, but this is fine because we're going to take the blue. We could use this. Why don't we just go ahead and put this here? Because that is the same as the design. And we can put that part. And then I think I'm okay. We'll see if we want to do something else, but this is definitely the level 5. And there are places where he is working. And this is the challenge. See that end stone? So this is a level 5 building. So the challenge is you will have had to have gone to a fortress. You will have to have gone to the end. All those kinds of things. And to the deep in order to get a lot of those things that you see. That's the challenge of Minecolonies. And so that part is there. Let's continue. And yeah, we will take some time and make the submarine gray, because I think it would be kind of neat. We could give it a pattern or something. So this kind of hallway is what we want. So we can see that there's a home right here, and that this, and I need another one right here. Is that a trapdoor? That's a trapdoor. This is gray concrete. Let's put a gray here so that they know that they can come to, so this is the way out. Going this way, even though it goes through here, this is the way out. And when they go through here, then they see this. And this, of course, is the way out. And one of the ways out. Or they can go to the ladder at the end and go there. And so there is Da, our second Covenstead. And then up here is our first one. And we actually can't put the name as easily on this one. So everyone is just going to have to know it's Aeon. I don't want to get rid of this. This is so cool. And I actually like that. So I don't want to get rid of that. And I don't want to sign right here. So everyone will just have to know it's Aeon. That this is the very first Covenstead that we found. And it is there. Who is that? That is Janiyah. Janiyah needs some things for her build. And we can go and see what she's working on. Let's look at Malaya for a minute. Malaya was working on the blacksmith, and then we stopped her from working on it because we thought that we needed to put in a home. We thought her assistance was needed in order to get that building up before we did anything. But we're going to have her continue working on Jaden's place. And Jaden is down here. This is the blacksmith, and she is bringing it up to a level 4. This isn't even a level 4 yet. And the builder is Malaya, and upgrade the building. So she had started working on it. She'll continue. And then Benedict was working on the submarine, and now he needs to work on something else. And I believe we were wanting him to work on, I have to see, so there's another, either another submarine or something else in this area that we want. Yes, of course there is. Of course there is. Benedict is now going to help Jimena with her place here. So this is the mechanic shop, and Benedict is now going to start working on this. This is only a level 3, and so we're going to have the builder be Benedict, upgrade the building, and this is the other submarine, and he is going to help her with the work on this. So it's her design, and he's the contractor. He's the person who is going to construct it. And so that is, and she'll be able to oversee the work that's done here. And they live right here. They moved in. Now we're going to add decorations in these areas here for them. There's not really a view here, so we're going to add decorations. I think, oh, it's raining. So when it's raining, the people are uncomfortable. Oh, they're playing. I love it. They're playing. Okay. It's raining and they're playing. And so Jimena is going home to her house, which is down the hall here. She actually lives in Aeon. She lives in Aeon. And she's one of 3 people who still live in little apartments in Aeon. And that will take care of her. And that takes care of Malaya. Malaya, I'm sorry, I know. And what I found out is, oh, interesting. So that is the scientific crew coming and talking to Malaya about something, and that's interesting. Malaya's been here a long time, and
Another beautiful day in the colony.
There we go. I heard it that time. She said, what a beautiful day in the colony. So Alessandro and Aubrielle and it should be Marcel are all there. Piper, I think, is a part of their crew now too. And she's just waiting for things that she hasn't gotten yet. So that is what she is doing. She has a bunch of things that she is waiting for. She's gotten some, but it's the concrete that takes a while and the waxed copper that I'm going to have to look up and get. Just what we needed. Yay! Thunder. That means we can go up and sleep. So let's go. We're going to jump into the water right off of here. And that is going to allow us to go to our home away from home, which is right down here. So we're going to go to our home away from home right now. There it is. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm just slowly swimming there. And here we are. Here is the bed. Let's come here. Let's go here. And yeah, and let us look and see. Let's put this right here. And there we go. And then we can make that go away. And let's go to sleep. And we wake up in bed. And put the covers, the blanket away. And here we are at the time of morning. It is 6:12. Usually that's what happens. Rain is a wonderful time to sleep. It is. It's actually a wonderful time to sleep. And so here we are at this end of the settlement, or I should say the community. I think I like community. And we have the mine right here. This is the outside of the mine building right here. This is the outside of the courier, the delivery shop. And this hallway here leads back to the stonemason. And this is the warehouse from the outside. And we're going to rise up here and start working on this, because I'd like to put something in while everyone's working on something. Is Benedict working on something? No. What do I want him to work? Oh, yes, he is. He's working on Jimena's place. Okay, and Malaya's working, and she's waiting. And yes, I know you're frustrated, Janiyah. Janiyah is frustrated because she's actually waiting for materials, and so that is her frustration. Let's come here. Let's get this. We've got it. Let's come here. Let's do this. Let's touch here. Let's switch packs. We're going to do arcology, infrastructure, pathways. Let's do brick, and let's do a brick walkway, and let's come out here, and let's see how big this is. So what I want is something I might use. Yeah, I want to use your corridors. I want to use your corridors, even though I know it means that there will be water. Let's switch for a minute. Let's come here. Select infrastructure, corridors, concrete. I need a corner, and that is what I would like, a level 3 corner, which is going to look like this. So see that water there? All that water will end up being there. But this makes a smaller corner here. And let's come here. Let's turn it and put it right here. And we would line it up, which means that it would be pushed back to here. Can we push it back some more so that it actually is not in? Let's do that. And then I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to see how this is going to work here. So where I'm talking about, putting it. We have an interesting thing here. Where I'm talking about putting the doorway is right here, but you just saw me fall right there, right? So they can cross over, and they can cross over here. But if we put this here, it would almost be good. Let's bring it up so that I can, where'd it go? Where's it going? Oh, there it is. Okay, it's not down low enough. Let's bring it down to this level right here. So what I can do with this, and it would probably be better than letting the water pour all in, is I could do the same thing with this. Go into creative and change this so that there's no water in this hallway. So this is where we want the door to be, and it would fit into the space like this. And then this would be the corner here, but where is this? We'd almost need a second corner to go back into this part right here. I'm okay with that. This isn't up high enough. But this is where it would have to be. If we had a corner, do we want to have some stairs to come up into this part? Or do we want to do stairs here? Let's switch to stairs for a minute. Nope. Infrastructure, corridor. I think the stairs are going to be too big. But let's look at corridors, concrete, stair, level 3. Way too big. And turn this way. The stairs would have to practically come from the bottom and go up. Yep, that's practically a full bottom up. It would almost be better to just have stairs in the wall. There are some, not arcology, Byzantine stairs, I think, are shorter, and we could put them in. So let's go back to this. So what we're talking about is fitting something right in this space, right above, right in, oh, it's not enough room. Look at that. I don't know that it's enough room. Let's look here. This comes back to here on this part. See that part right there? But it doesn't come the whole way around. Even though it shows it coming back here, there isn't anything here in this part. And this is a level 5, so it's not going to affect this build. This is a level 5 right here. So let's switch for a minute, switch back to where we had the corridors for a second, and let's see about concrete. Mr. Villager, welcome back. You just missed me catching Sassa up to the fact that he missed how we got that new house into that area. Let's switch here. Let's switch to a corner again. A corner level 3, and that would be right here, just where it is, except facing this way, like that. So if we put a corner here, like this, and then put a corner here, going back into here, I think we can do that. And then we can set the house up from that corner. We can have a corridor coming, some sort of corridor coming to bring the house up in between this building here and this build right here. So you can see the university is right there. I don't think we need to. I think we can just come straight out from here in this area and cover the whole thing up. And I think I'd like to do that. Now there's a lazy part of me that's saying, well, it might just be easier to just go ahead and take the water away from these spots with sponge. And that, I think I want to do that. And I do. I think I want to do that. Now where this is right here, this is a level 5, there's nothing here. This goes right to that little area right there. And then there's nothing upstairs beyond this. And right here, this is the roof of the downstairs part. And it is right where this is. So we might go up one when we do it this way and see where that goes to. Let me do something for just a second. Before I do anything with this, I'm going to look at where I'm intending to put this house and see if it will fit there. Because it would be terrible to put in all these corridors and then not have the house fit there. So let's switch. Let's go to me. And let's go here, and let's go here, and let's go to residence. And now we have 2. We have underwater tiny home, and then we have no water tiny home, which is the one that we're going to use right here. And there it is, and we would want it turned this way. I think this is the shortest way for it. Uh-oh, I left one of those. No, I didn't. Those go away. Let's come here for a second. They don't go away, do they? That's why they use those square blocks. I use those. And this is what I want to see right here. So it is in this location. This is where the floor would be, and it is up too far. And then it has that underneath part. So let's come here. So there's the underneath right there. Let's come down here and let's look inside here. Who's that? Yes, Ailani is the one who doesn't have a home yet. Because we'll have to figure out what to do about her place in just a moment. But if we put Janiyah here, Ailani can move into Aeon, into the Covenstead, and that would be interesting. Let's go into, see that sitting right there, right smack dab on that part. And see that part right there is a part of that. Let's see, it's coming out here. So there would be one of the windows right there, and then it would be sitting all the way back in this spot right here. We could almost make it disappear. But the problem is, and you see the problem, right? Where is the door? And the door is not here. So if we turn this so the door is facing this way, let me see what happens. So this is where the door is, and if we pushed it back so that it was like this, it's sticking out way more in this area, and I would want it to come all the way through, which would mean that it would have to be back to here and come through right here. So let me see if that's possible. So see if this is where I'd like the house to be, right here like this. So that means it would come out on this end, and this end. Let's go into here and see what's affected by that. So if we go here, I don't see anything here. Let's go upstairs here. And let's see if we can see the roof. Yes, see how short this area is here? This is the reason why this is going to work. Did you use placeholder in your design to avoid breaking all the outside blocks? I did not. I did not. You're right. So it's going to break. Wait, so it's going to break, what he's saying is it's going to break all of the blocks in this area, in that whole square right there, all of the blocks from there all the way back. But I didn't. And let's go back. Since Sassa is here for a minute, how much time do I have? I bet I don't have any. Do I have time? I have 10 minutes. Okay, let's go back. I just don't want to overlap Minecolonies Twitch stream, which happens at noon my time, but they're going to happen in 10 minutes. Let's do that. And if I just get this part straightened out, then I can come back next time and do it. So let's save and quit. Let's go into creative, because I know what he's talking about, what Sassa is talking about, and it's one of the things that I couldn't get. And I'll show him when we get there. Let's go to the flat world. So when Vincentius Primus watched a video and he said, I know Kung Fu, and he said, this is how you do it. This is how you use the scan tool. And that was like when we first started the Twitch stream world, Emney Island, and I needed a guard tower that didn't have this bottom that Dark Oak has. Dark Oak towers have a big, huge expanse of a bottom on them. See this expanse? See where the underneath is empty there? And so we tried to work it out, but I don't remember how it was done. We only did it once, and you can see how many iterations it took before we actually got the one that didn't have that, which is this one right here. So this is the new one. This one right here. This is the new one right here. And let's get out the scan tool, and then this was the tester. So what he's saying is all of these places, it's going to show. So when I saw these, then I knew that I didn't do what Minecolonies does. So there's something that you can put there so that those don't show, but it will still acknowledge those two markers. So here we are. I'm going into here. I'm going to scan tool. Yeah, scan tool. Let's go here to the scan tool. And then I think in Minecolonies' own place, let's go to Minecolonies. There, but I don't see them here. There are these blocks, filler blocks or air blocks. And let's look and see. It's not showing up there, so let's come back to here somewhere. And let's go here, and let's go back. And there we are. And let's look at fill. Let's see if it's here. Nope. So I don't know what those blocks are called. Placeholder, P-L-A-C-E, placeholder block. So here's a placeholder block, this one, and then here's a solid placeholder, and here's a water placeholder. Okay, so tell me what happens next here. So they are in Structurize mod. I found them. And so I have them. I know that this marker here, wait, this is the scanned one. I know that this marker here, that they use this placeholder block right here, don't they? Isn't that what they use when they're doing it? They use that and they use that. And those are in the right place. But what you're talking about is removing all the air, removing the fact that it wants to do air here. My advice, use placeholder, not solid or fluid. Okay, now how do I get rid of the air? How do I get rid of the fact that this is going to do this? So let me make another one so we can see what it's going to do. Oops, wait, drat. Let's do this. I'm going to have to get rid of that, this for a minute. Let's get rid of this. I'll get another one in just a minute. This is the No Water Underwater Tiny Home. Replace all air by placeholders. Okay, so let's use this one right here. Let's use this. We would have to put placeholder blocks one by one all around the entire thing. I've got the time to do that, so let's do that. So what he's talking about is from here all the way around, we have to put placeholder blocks where there isn't anything. All here. Now I get why those blocks are where they are in their builds, because we would have to put it in and bring it all the way out to in these areas where there's stuff here. We would have to bring all of these out, fill in this whole thing all the way to these markers on both sides. So on this side, we'd have to put in placeholders here, but we'd have to bring it all the way out in a square to match up with the square piece on each side. So I took away, I took away the placeholder block on this side. Let me put this back for a second. Let me click on this for a minute and see. Nope, this is set. So there it is. Okay, so I just want to see how far out. So it comes out really far. And it comes, is that actually up one block? I actually did it up one block. So it comes up one block, which I don't really want. But if I put placeholders in that area, whoops, if I put placeholders in that area, it will do it. So I would have to put placeholders along this entire top part all the way around, just like it is here. Maybe I should use this one, and because I can see the marks on the ground. So let's use this to fill that in. And we'll do the markings from this one. And because we're doing it like this, whichever one of these placeholder blocks is in the right place at the top corner, we'll do it. And I think I'm going to replace, so see that right there? We don't need that one. And this one, we can put, there's nothing there. So we can put this all the way up inside here to here. Let's put another one right there. And there's actually one right on top of that. Okay, and then here on this one, same thing, one there, and bring it all the way up. And yes, he's right, one by one. So it's the thing that has to be done. If you watch Minecolonies do theirs, it's one of the things that has to be done, but it's okay, we can do it. We can do it. So we're just going to bring these blocks all along, everywhere where there's air in this. I bet these are going to go away when I set this. Shoot, so I can't. I have to do it from the setting. So let's do this one, because this block is still here on this one. And we can see the underneath part, and we would just bring it all out to this block right here, because this block is still here on this one. And we'll save these blocks to do last. And that we'll have to do it like that. It's going to take a while for us to do this. And I can't do it here because the minute I build it, this is going to go away. And I think it has to be built in order to be scanned, and I remember that. So this really isn't here, so we can just X this. And see, those are still there because I didn't do anything. I didn't try to build anything there. So, and these, I can't see where it is because I took those away. But on this one, I can see where those blocks are, these blocks right here. And I need for it to come out and match those blocks. And so that's why I have to do it this way, because I have to put those blocks in last so that we don't mess anything up. And so it's going to come right to here along the whole thing. And I think, yep, see that right there? So I don't want there to be air or anything here. So I have to cover the entire roof and all, oh, but look, I might be able to do it like this. I don't have to care about that part of the roof. I can cover this part right here all the way and bring this all the way out to here. But then in these pieces right here, I can bring these up from here. And you could place the blueprint from the water, and then with the scan tool, replace all the water with placeholder. Ooh. Ooh, that's different. Now, I thought so. And remember Mr. Villager and Zaf, I actually thought I was going to do that. And then I said, no, I don't know how. And so I just sponged it all away. But I could do that. Let's do that. This is why we have this world. Let's come out here and let's place this. Let's go to here and let's get the residence. Let's get the water residence and let's lift it up right here like this. And there we go. And remember, I was trying to use the tag tool. I was saying there must be some way to change this water into air. That's what I thought, but not air. Place it by using the schematics option. I will. So here we got, see that right there? What he's saying is to place it by using schematic paste. So we just did. All right, and now let's make this go away. So there it is in a schematic paste. And now what happens next? Because this was the thing that I couldn't figure out to do. So now it is a schematic paste. And then what happens next? We're going to find out in a minute. This is where we can go in. So all of it is there. So this is a schematically placed one. And then the next thing is now scan it. Now scan it. Scan tool. Click left and right. Okay. So this is the left one right here. So let's get a scan tool. SCAN. Scan tool right here. And we're going to use this scan tool and click left there. And then let's do the right click down at the bottom, which is right here. Right click on that. Okay, that's done. So now it's been scanned, and do I name it again? Do I have to name it again? And then click in the air to show resource. Click in the air to show resource. Ooh, look at this! Cool, cool. So find water, which is going to be down at the bottom probably. There, water bucket. Is water bucket or... Yeah, it is water bucket. So find water. Now, should I remove it or replace it? Replace it, right? I should replace. Click on replace, he's saying. And then put placeholder, ACE, holder, H, placeholder block. Oh my gosh, look at that. Select placeholder block and then click OK. And look at that. There it is. Look at that. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So we missed one, and I wonder, we missed a couple, and that's interesting. So I can go in and just put them in for a minute. Let me put one there. And where's that water block? Right here. Let's break that. Oh, I can't. Shoot, I broke something. Let me put this back. There's a water block there that I can't get to. Let me put something there. I still can't get to it. I can't get that block to go away. I can't get that water block to go away. Right there. It went away on this side. So let me take one of these. See, it won't go. There is a waterlogged panel. I see it. There it is. Okay, that's what's doing it. There we go. Okay, thank you. I was like, wait, why didn't that go? There's another one somewhere here. There's a waterlogged panel. Let's look. Stone brick. I don't think that water is going to be there. When all the water goes away, I don't think that one's going to be there, but this one will. The stairs are going to be there. Remove the panel. Let's remove, let's get a brick stair for a second. Brick stair. Because that's where those other two are. Let's put a brick stair there for a minute without waterlog. And let's put a brick stair here. Oh, it's still waterlogged. Remove the panel. So there isn't a panel here. This is actually a stair. If I remove the stair, it's still there. Let me put the stair back for a second. And he's saying remove the panel. I did on that side, but on this side, I've got two. I've got one there where the stair is, and one here, and a couple here. I have to do with this. Will it let me put these here? Oh wait, this is the end. There isn't anything. Those are outside of the wall. Look, Sassa, aren't those outside? So those aren't going to matter anyway. Those. But this one will. First place full block to remove water. Okay, let's place a full block to remove water. This is a full block, so let's go here and remove the water. Ah, dun, 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 dun. Okay, and then put that one back. Okay, and let's see here. We'll do the same with this. This is another one right here. So let me take this one away. Let's remove this panel, and let's place a full block here for a minute. There we go. Now there's a panel there, but that's just to keep it from leaking. So I don't have to put that panel back, but I do have to put a block there, a placeholder block in that location. Oops, wrong place. Right, right here and here. And a placeholder block right here. Right over that one, that piece right there. That's it. That's it. That's it. And now I can take this piece and remove it and put the placeholder block right there, and remove this one right here and put a placeholder block right here. And I believe that's in the right place. Now, because the first place is full block, and now scan and save. Okay, so here we go. So this is the scan tool. So this is the upper corner here that we've been using the whole time, and we're going to scan from here. There's one, and then from here, right here, and there is two. And then let's come here, and oh wait, let's click on this, and then I want them to have the same name. So this is no water, tiny home. And let's click on this. Oh wait, shit. I'm sorry. I have to redo it. I have to redo it. Let's take, it doesn't matter. Let me take the bottom one here. Let's scan this bottom one right here. And let's scan the top one right here. Okay, and then let's go here and let's do tiny home 5. What was missing was the 5. There has to be a 5 there. And yes, I did indeed. Okay, and then do that. Now, let's go into the scan tool for a minute, because now I have 2 homes with the same name, believe it or not. So I want to see what it looks like and how it can tell. So, oh, I don't. Look, it gave me this home. Let's come to here. Let's come to residences. So tiny home, no water, 5, and tiny home, no water. Oh, good. Okay. Okay, so because they had the same name, it's the same one. All right, I'm good with that. I don't care about that. There may be a way to erase that. I don't care. I don't care. It's done. Yahoo! Thank you so much. That really helps immensely. This is a skeleton. I love this skeleton and of yours, Sassa and Matt Lom. Yeah. That's correct, Mr. Villager. That's definitely true. To see the placeholder, you have to activate the option in the little gear icon. Yeah. Okay. But I'm fine. This is perfect. This is perfect. All right. And it is now after, when did they start? They started 14 minutes ago. Minecolonies started 14 minutes ago. So everyone, I'm going to leave from here. Would be nice make a small reform. What kind of reform, Mr. Villager, since I'm still here? What are you talking about? Are you talking about this? Let's see what he's talking about. Because yeah, this is like I said, this is just a skeleton. So when I look at things, I have enough room on the bottom because that's the floor. And I have enough room on top because that's the ceiling. And so all of this, oh, okay. This is it. Yeah, this is going to be really cool. I'll be able to make couples apartments with this as well. So I can use bedrooms in some of the places that already have places, but this when I need a full house. And thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. Sassa, merci beaucoup as always. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That was just perfect and so fun. And Mr. Villager, obrigado. Thank you for being here. And Zaf, if you're still here somewhere, I think Zaf is watching a movie. And Afgaristo, Zaf, thank you for coming in to chat. And I always love when you come in. And I'm going to go for now. And I will see you all next time. Enjoy your games and enjoy watching all the other gamers, including Minecolonies, on Twitch right now. And I'm going to play music. Bye for now, everybody. Bye for now.